I speak to the groups of CEOs or I speak to leadership teams, I'm always asked, should I bring my IT person? And I answer, sure, but why? Right? And in my experience, and this is not universal, but in my experience, the IT organizations or the managed service providers tend to slow it down. And it's not a technology discussion, it is a business operation and process optimization discussion. So it's an interesting observation. And when I tell people, like, you really don't need to bring your IT person unless they really have embraced, generative AI and they understand the operations and the efficiency gains and the return on AI that, the possibility, can be there. Otherwise, it doesn't really, they can come too, but we want your sales lead, we want your marketing lead, we want your operations lead, we want your head developer, we want all these people that can rethink how they're leveraging it in their organization. The second thing I'll say is one of my sales tactics for the fractional CMO business is to take every job opening that's out there for a CMO or a VP of marketing and apply through our fractional CMOs. And because I do that, I get to see thousands upon thousands upon thousands of resumes for CMOs and VPs of marketing. Nobody is we're still in a world where people are scared to say that they use AI. It's almost like they feel like somebody's going to look at them as a cheater. And that is a stigma that still exists that I think we have an opportunity to really help overcome that. And what I say about that is it's not cheating, it's the ultimate cheat code. And so for anybody that might be in gaming or anybody that sort of thinks about it, it's a couple of things. First of all, everybody is doing it and nobody is talking about it, right? So there's probably other analogies to be drawn from that. Secondly is, of all these resumes I see, they're not leading with, I know how to use generative AI to help operationalize things and make things more efficient and speed things along, or do more with the existing team than anybody ever possibly could. I just don't see that yet. And that kind of makes me a little nervous that we're not catching up as a business environment as much as we possibly could. The last thing I'd like to say is, and I'm not the first person that said this, and I'm sure people who have been in other sessions have heard it, but AI isn't going to take your job. It's the people who know how to use generative AI that are going to outflank whatever you're doing if you're not using it. And that's an important differentiation, as it's not going to take your job. And back to your analogy, clothes still need to be washed, but some are going to stick to the washboard and say, this is the way I've always done it. And some are going to say, oh, there's a fancy washing machine that actually does it all, except I still have to fold it and still have to put it away and all that other stuff. So I thought that was a great analogy as well.